Hey everybody, it's Lynn from A Bit of Birdsong. Wow, I'm having a hard time waking up this morning. It's a little after 11 and I just could not sleep last night. I don't know what my problem was. Well, actually, I think it's because I had too much caffeine too late in the day. Jason and I just went for a ride yesterday. We were out for about 6 hours. We decided to just get out on Highway 70 and head towards Burlington and stop at a few different thrift stores. So one of the things that I found was a box of this beautiful paper. Of course, these are drawer liners and they smell like lavender, but I love this. I want to cut some of this down to put in my current journal so that I can remember it. Another thing, I found some beautiful playing cards to add to my card stock, my card stash, because I do sell a lot of playing cards and I'm always looking for cards to add. Now this, I've just put this here for a pocket. That was a folder that I cut down. You know, the coolest thing I've seen all week is a video that I like to do from time to time. And this is just an old folder that I had some things in, but I don't really use this folder anymore. So I cut it down to make a journal, and what was left over I just put in here for a pocket. So a couple of things while we're on this page, I added a couple of things to the Etsy shop. One is a bunch of map circles. There are 50 in here, and I just glued one onto my journal page here. So there are 4 of these in the shop, and then there are 15 of these. These are really fun little ephemera packs, and they've got, where are the cards? Let me show you some other cards that I found. I need to put a few of these in my journal too. So I found a few more of the Quiddler cards. I think these are a little bit newer. I've had different Quiddler cards in my card collection over time, and some have been older than others. I think these were printed, even though it says copyright 1998. I think these are newer. Anyway, so I might just take the L, put it in this book, and then these cards are so adorable. The Impossible Machine. So this pack hasn't even been opened yet, and these are really fun cards for journaling. All different stages of, I bet that's where you could erase someone's play. Got a lot of those in here because I was just separating these out into packets. But you can see, like, cutting the string and the box will fall, wind this up and the robot will walk. So there are some of these in these packs, and some vintage division cards. One side is a little bit glossier than the other. Those are always fun. There are other things in there as well. There are postage stamps. There's a map piece. Quite a few of those playing cards. And distressed playing card. There are, what are these? Oh, some little flash cards that are really cute. Some scraps of paper. I think there are, I don't remember. I think it's over 50 pieces. And then just some random die cuts. So those are fun. But let's get back to my journaling for today. I did write on the back of this mostly about things that happened yesterday, our drive, places we went. Jason is so sweet. He's the one who discovered these thrift stores and told me a few days ago, I really want to take you to see these because I think you would like them, and I did. We saw some pretty amazing things. Well, there was a beautiful rainbow on the way home, so I'm going to put that picture in. And then there was a vintage K guitar. I believe it was from the 50s. Jason sat down and just kind of played around with it, and he's amazing. So even sitting in a thrift store, I noticed a couple of people looking his way. But he was just kind of checking it out. They had it priced pretty high. It was $249. We did not buy it. Kay was like a beginner guitar, even though it's old and it's very cool. It is a beginner guitar and kind of cheaply made, but you know, once something gets so old, it does become collectible, and it did sound good. I love the F holes. I think it's just really pretty. So I wanted to save that so that we could remember that in this picture. And I will cut out some of this to put in. I really like that. And that's just about the right size for one of these pages. So beautiful. I do want to cut more, but for right now, this is enough to work with. That sheet will be mine. I think I mentioned recently that when you sell, and a lot of you will know this, when you sell and collect, sometimes it's hard to draw a line and save some things for yourself. I do have a lot of antique, vintage ephemera that's put up in different plastic boxes and storage boxes, and I'm starting to scan that into my Patreon account. But other materials, I feel like things just flow through my hands, and a lot of times I don't really get to enjoy. That's shimmery, and I don't necessarily want a shimmery. That's the one I want. Let's just go right over the top of that. I like gelatos because they're so fast. And I like just adding some water. So let's glue this in. I know it's not the most beautiful example of adding color to a page, but it's going to be okay because it's going to just show up a little bit behind this, and we can always come back and add more color. Oh my goodness, this is just so relaxing just to sit and think in a way that's not forced. Like another reason I couldn't sleep last night, I just had too much going through my mind. It's like my mind would not settle down and let me go to sleep. I know everybody has days like that. I'm going to put a little bit more glue under that, and we might even add a paper clip right there. Stick those right in there. Oh, it's so interesting. I love these little coincidences and things that happen just to make you stop and think. In my journal entry for yesterday, I wrote about this. We talked to some really interesting people on the banks of the Haw River. We started talking about snakes. I didn't realize there were so many snakes in the Haw River, and several people confirmed that. One person who likes to just bring his children down to the water, and his wife, they have 4 boys. It was really interesting. I told Jason, it kind of makes me sad that we're probably never going to see them again. You know, you meet people and just like, we will never know what happens to them. But we instantly connected over stories about nature, and anyway, he confirmed it, and there were also some people out there with kayaks who confirmed that yes, they do see snakes when they're out there in the water. And apparently a lot of water moccasins, but I couldn't remember how to spell moccasin. I always have to stop and say, is it 2 C's or 2 S's? And it's 2 C's. But right after I looked it up and wrote it down, this map circle that I pulled randomly from my box of map pieces, there's moccasin right there. I don't even know where this is. There are some other places around it. Well, I just stopped and looked it up because it says Don Pedro Reservoir and there's Moccasin Reservoir. I think it's California. So that's, anyway, it was funny that I was trying to spell that, looked it up, and then picked this up, and it was right there in front of me. All right, let's get these pictures in. Oh, that blue's all pretty together. But I don't want to cover up that much of that. We will get that figured out. I could even tape that. Ooh, I could probably put these pictures back to back and just open them up like that. Okay, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I love using masking tape. That's just so easy. You can either cut it at the end to make it really neat, or you can just tear it. I do both. So maybe we could just add some of these to these cards. So there's just a little note there. I love the way the masking tape gives you a little place to write a note. I love using fine tip Sharpies for things like that too, because it's not gonna, you know, bleed with water or anything. I'm gonna stop for now because I have so many things that I wanna get done, and I will add more to this, but I've documented already quite a bit, and I just love doing this. I did not journal yesterday because we were out for so long, but you know, at least just almost every day. I try to journal every day. Even if you skip 2 or 3 days or 4 days, writing down a few things, it's just so fun to go back and read. But I'm gonna get busy for now. I got a lot done here, and I know that I'm not gonna wear this hair clip. So I just don't wear yellow. So let's just stick that in there. All right, I will be back soon. Bye for now.